Whoa, you made it back to the second video. Congratulations. Way to stick with it. Hopefully you've learned how to tune your mandolin. If not, consider watching maybe another tuning video on how to tune the mandolin. Maybe you'll learn something new from that one. This is our very first video on actually playing this thing. If you're not tuned yet, go ahead and pause it and come back when you're tuned. If you don't know how to tune, go to my previous first video on the mandolin. Today we're going to talk about how to strike the strings, how this pick hits the strings, how to hold our hand, and maybe a little simple song like Mary Had a Little Lamb. Reminder, we have 4 pairs of strings. The top pair, those are G notes. The next strings are D notes. Do you know your third pair? G, D, A. And our bright string is an E note. Every note has a letter name. The musical alphabet goes from A to G, and then it starts over again. You've heard of a thing called an octave. Oct means 8. So there's only 7 letters of notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And after G, the musical alphabet starts over at A again. So literally A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Like that. Think of it maybe as a spiral or something like that. That continually comes back to itself just at the next one higher. Coming back to the mandolin, that was just a fun little tangent. How should we strike the strings? How should we hold our pick? How should we hold our arms and our body? Well, first of all, sit up straight. Sit up straight. Don't let the neck fall down like this. Don't hunch over like this. Sit up straight. Don't lay it down flat. Pull it to you. Pull it to you. If you want to have control over something, you get it close. If I'm going to tie a fishing hook, I'm not going to hold it way out here. I'm going to hold it close so that I can have control of it. Same thing with your instrument. Pull it in tight. You can rest maybe this part or just kind of over here on your right leg and hold that neck up close to you. We don't want to be out far away. Nice and close, okay? The first kind of position that people recommend is approaching the neck by letting it rest inside this part of your palm. Letting it rest against this part of your palm. For me, I find that I like to kind of feel for the point where it starts to turn towards my tuning keys, and that's where I keep my hand. So notice I'm holding here, but my fingers are gonna curl in. You want nice round fingers, not flat, not super bent. Nice round, like, it goes the same way for like playing the piano or something. Want nice round hands. All right, with the right hand, we're kind of going through this part quickly, but try to keep these things in mind. You might say, no, my hand just needs to be like this or that. Well, be careful not to make too many bad habits. There are times where you are gonna drop your wrist and you're gonna play a little bit more separated, where maybe your thumb is behind here, so that's fine. These things will change around a little bit, but one main thing is keep nice round fingers. How should we play with our right hand? Meaning, like, how should we strike the strings? You don't want your wrist to be out like this and swinging this way. You don't want it to be like that. You want to bring, just like how we hold it here, we want this to be close too. I tend to kind of rest my palm back here behind the bridge so that my strokes are nice and tight and simple and not floppy and big. You can dig into the strings nicely and not need a big swing at it. Okay? So shoulders relaxed. I'm not twisting here at my elbow. All right, a little bit of this is fine, but not swing it, not a big arch at the wrist, okay? Mostly a fairly straight arm is what you want, and nice and close. Nice and close to the body back here. Okay, so what is a chord? You'll hear coming up very soon about chords, or you might have already tried to play some chords. Chords are just literally multiple notes that are played together at the same time, and they have some kind of harmonic connection to them. So I strum this chord, which we're gonna get into in the next video. It's a G chord. And you just hear all the notes, they're harmonically getting along with each other. Chords, generally, their sounds as they relate to each other, they should kind of get along or have some kind of harmonic connection. Let's go ahead and jump into our first song, Mary Had a Little Lamb. You can play this song on any string that you want, which is kind of cool. But let's go ahead and play it on our bright string, on our E string. And while we do that, we're gonna talk about how to strike the strings with our pick. So we're not getting real big here. We're not like strumming a song. You're only gonna strike the bright string, because in this case, we're playing a melody. A melody is one note at a time that moves along a path. Da, 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 da. That's a melody, all right? So what we wanna do is, and you might work on this for like a month, and that is perfectly okay. The thing about the disconnect between me here now and you there later is I don't get to go along that process with you. So keep in mind, you might work on this for a whole month, because this is the very first thing that maybe that you're trying to play, or one of the very first things, and you need to put miles on that thing. You need to put a lot of time and experience onto your instrument. I can't do that for you. You have to take that journey yourself. So here's how it goes. For now, we're just gonna use 3 notes. We're gonna use our bright E string, which means no hands. I'm resting the mandolin on my left palm. And here's how to strike the strings. We have 2 strings. You're gonna have a tendency probably to wanna flick out, like you're flicking a booger out, and we don't wanna do that. We wanna drop the pick down through both strings at a time. There's a reason you're playing the mandolin, and one of those things about the mandolin is that we have 2 strings. We have a pair of the same note, and we want to hear both of those tones at the same time as one strike. So we're dropping the pick down through both strings. So not a flick out, but a drop down, like you're grazing down through the strings. Nice and gentle drop. See if you can get on beat with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's talk about rhythm just for a second. Rhythm is the motion that moves the song forward. It's the energy behind the song that moves it along the train ride. If your playing doesn't have rhythm, it's not going anywhere. What we enjoy about music, including yourself, is that music moves along, and we all get on that as listeners, or even as players. We get on that train together as we listen and we play, and that's that enjoyment, and that's that social bond that we enjoy about music. I'm getting real philosophical here, but my main point is that rhythm is the most important part of music. It is what moves us down the way. I'm gonna talk a lot about rhythm, and we'll focus a lot about rhythm. A lot of people get stuck in their early playing because they don't feel like they're going anywhere. If you will start to internalize a deep sense of rhythm, you will start going somewhere. You have to yourself develop that internal sense of rhythm, and it is so essential to making complex, listenable, enjoyable music. Okay, one string that we need again is the bright E string. We're dropping the pick down through it. Another note that we need is the 2nd fret. So I'm not on the 3rd dotted fret, I'm on the 2nd fret. I've got nice rounded fingers, my pointy finger is pulled back into the 2nd fret. Let's talk about how to press the notes. 1, pressure. You need enough pressure going into the string that it goes all the way to where the string is touching the fret, comfortably sizzling against the fret. 2, push your finger up to the fret that you're on, this way, towards the fret. If I'm on the 2nd fret, I'm not gonna slide back here towards the 1st fret. I'm gonna slide forward to the 2nd fret. Not past it, but to it. Very important. Listen to the difference. I'm gonna pull back and do the wrong thing for a second. You don't hear the note simply by sliding my finger forward to the fret. The note plays and the pitch is good and it has more longevity. Practice. If you're there, if this is where we're at and we're like, you're playing your first note, take some time to learn how to press into those strings to where you're dropping your pick, you're working on your right hand, dropping through, you're working on those notes sustaining out, and here's your next note when you're ready. If you need to hang out there and do something like this, like open, 2nd fret, open, 2nd fret, that's okay, like do that. Notice also that I'm putting some rhythm to it. That's important. Open and 2nd fret. Open and 2nd fret. All right? Here's our next note, though, in the song. It's the 4th fret. We're going to use our 2nd finger, our middle finger, to play the 4th fret. Notice I'm not playing any dotted frets. I'm on either side of the dotted frets. These dots are there to tell you where you are, and that's why they're there. So use them as like, go to the stop sign and take a left and turn right at the barn, right? They're there to tell you where you are. So that 3rd note is the 4th fret. Notice these fingers are not pulled back here, back behind. They're not taking a break. Good hand placement is to always keep your hands kind of in this spread motion as you play. They're always ready to go, hovering over the frets. I'm not using my 3rd and 4th finger, my pinky and my ring finger. I'm using my 1st and 2nd finger for this. Okay? So, in the description of this video, I'm gonna put the frets and how the song moves along. Okay? So, the song starts on the 4th fret. So I'm pressing in with my 2nd finger on the 4th fret. You're gonna play that note. Mare, mare. E, mare E is pointing finger to the 2nd fret, and then the next note is open. So I've gone 4, 2, 0. You might take all month to just get that part in. It's all right. It's part of the process. 4th fret, 2nd fret, open string, or 0 fret. 0 fret means 0 hands, no frets, 0. 0 string, E string. Dropping my pick through. Pause the video anytime and just kind of work on this. I'm not there with you. You have to get that experience rolling. You need miles on your instrument. Drop that pick through on the 4. Drop that pick through on the 2nd, open string. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk right back up from where we came. We started on 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4. Mare, re, had, 2nd fret, and then 4th fret 3 times. Little lamb. Notice I'm not going per. I want nice sustained notes. So these are a ton of techniques are happening all at once right now that you're trying to internalize those and make them part of your habit. Notice again, it's not about speed. It's not about going, going fast right now. It's about getting good technique. Take your time. So 4th fret, 2nd fret, 0 fret, back to the 2nd fret, 4th fret 3 times. Little lamb. All right? This is like, consider this the next line of the song. You're gonna go to the 2nd fret, hit it 3 times. Little lamb. And then we're just gonna go back to the 4th fret 3 times. Little lamb. And there is your first 2 lines of the song. So we've gone 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4. Okay? Now the next part is just like the first line. As a musician, you want to recognize those patterns and get used to recognizing patterns, because the more you can see a pattern, the less you have to consciously observe every little detail as it goes. If I know it's just like the first line, I can go back to what I already understand about the first line, which was 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4. You'll notice these patterns in music all the time as you start looking at songs. You'll notice them in chord groups. You'll notice them in melody choices. You'll see it all the time. Song structure, all of it. We love patterns. Patterns give us familiarity, and some familiarity as we listen to songs is good. Let's play the first 3 lines. And again, you might not be ready for this, but I'm just moving along so I can teach the song. It's up to you to put the time in. So here we go. It goes 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, and 4, 4, 4, and 4, 2, 0, 2, 4, 4, 4. Last line is, this might be the hardest part of the song. I kind of consider this the turnaround, the climactic moment at the end. 2, 2, 4, 2, 0. Now those beats at the end are part of the line. Notice at the end, the zero string, the open string is played, but it sets for 4 whole beats. So again, that last line is 2nd fret twice, and then 4th fret once, 2nd fret, open string, 2, 3, 4. Now, I would recommend you play this 100 times, all the way through. There's some things that are gonna happen. Muscle memory. Memory, you're gonna remember how to play it. You're also learning how to strike the strings, you're learning how to press into the frets. A lot of good things are gonna happen by just forcing yourself to play these songs a lot. So, this is all the way through. When you're ready, again, don't move on too far away from like this video or this song until you've put miles to this song. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, go. Third line. Last line. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we call a whole note. It takes up all 4 beats. A whole note takes up 4 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll always throw little things at you that go beyond just the mandolin, because music is a language, and this language might be new to you right now. So I'm gonna throw the language in subtly, simply as we go, and I'm gonna try to continue to repeat that language. Play that song on the different strings. Let's play it on the 2nd string down from the top, the D string. So you're just moving everything up 2 strings. So now you're learning to use your pick hand on that 2nd string down from the top. I'm gonna play it through, okay? 4th fret first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got our first song. Take these notes, hear how those notes get along with each other. Obviously those notes get along with each other because that's a famous song that's common in everyone's brain. Take those notes and put them in different orders. Maybe start open and walk up to the 2nd fret into the 4th fret, walk it back down, move it again to different strings. Again, we're trying to get miles on that thing, and I cannot do it for you. You have to choose to do it. Enjoy your time on your instrument. Don't let it turn into, number one, a chore, and don't get too distracted and try to get ahead of yourself too far to where you get overwhelmed or you see everyone else playing so good and why can't I play that? Don't get into that. Be you, do you, have fun with your instrument and enjoy the journey because it is a long journey. My name is Jacob Paul with Inside Out Studio, Inside Out Online. I've enjoyed working with you on this video. And I'm gonna see you on the next video where we talk about some of the first 7 to 10 most common chords on the mandolin. I'll see you there.